It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll be watching Levante David. He had a healthy stat line a week ago with 9 stops and a sack. It's the 49ers and the Chiefs, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin joined by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Chiefs in this matchup. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here is Trey Lance leading this 49er offense onto the field. Some very big expectations for the second-year signal caller.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And Lance's throw here pulled in by Lazard. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Working from the gun, Lance. And Lazard's got it again. And getting this just shy of midfield. He'll spot it at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. For years, this matchup, the Chiefs and 49ers, would have been known as the Joe Montana game. These being the 2 teams that Montana played for in his Hall of Fame career. But now, of course, it's a Super Bowl rematch. Super Bowl 54 in Miami. That game won by the Chiefs 31-20 with that furious fourth-quarter comeback to win their second Lombardi trophy.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. The clock keeps moving.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Lance. And that's going to be incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Lance looking to throw it. Flushed out right. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Being chased out left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
Now the number 8 rusher in the NFL last season, it's Elijah Mitchell. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Throwing now is Lance. Touchdown! Anthony Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Taken in at the 3. So here are the Chiefs now under their veteran head coach, Andy Reid. They'll be led out by a man who upset the AFC champs in his first career start last year during the regular season. Out of Western Kentucky, here's Mike White. A man coming off a washout 2021, it's Travis Etienne. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. 21 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Etienne once more. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. The Chiefs at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now White. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. A handoff for Etienne. Down at the 35. It'll be second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On first down, right back to Etienne. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 41 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart.
Partner, there's no... because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. On the return is Peterson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and the 49ers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. First down, here's Mitchell. It's a room to maneuver. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Lance going to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's Lance. Completes this again to Shepard. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Forced out to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Lance. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Seibert's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something, being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now White lost the football, but it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. White. Room here to run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On 1st and 10, White. And complete to Drake London. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start up in the Mile High City, an AFC matchup between New York and Denver. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there,
the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. the shotgun. Here's White. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now the man from Kentucky, this is Lynn Bowden. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle there by Marcus Joyner. Now Etienne. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And they'll go again with Etienne. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's White. Got his man. It's London. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And they'll run here with Etienne. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They never went crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now White. Rolling to his right. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A gain there of 21 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Back to the ground with Etienne. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play. Holding them to no.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Michael Pittman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. So it took them a little while, Charles, but now they have their first points of the game, and they come here in this 3rd quarter.
And more often than not, Brandon, when that happens, you find yourself down 21, 28 points and not really with a lot of hope. But with that touchdown, they're right back in this game.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try to make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Ready.
On second down, here's Mitchell. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing his Lance on third down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Samson Abukum drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up fourth down. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we... Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. We'll call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And they will take over first and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so second and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's Bowden. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first and 10, it's Etienne. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's first and 10 up at the 46. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on first and 10. Off play action, here's White. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
On 2nd and 10, White. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. To throw, White. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
ETN up the middle. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On second down, ETN once more. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure it's enough time to continue to do that.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. This is caught. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And they'll run with ETN. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. No one left in the backfield as they send a man left. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, but they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Pulls it in at the 13. They had one final chance here on the kick return, but no chance on the other side that they were going to let him navigate all the way to the end zone, Charles, and that ends up being the final play in this one.
Yeah, you're right about that. Special teams coaches, they spend a lot of time working on these types of situations, and they go over every crazy possibility that can happen in this situation. They were able to cover successfully and end the game.
So for Kansas City, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.